I too can see the art apart from what I've done. Lost and spun in my heart, the devil seems to have won. But she's cursed like the lanes that burst across TV pictures. And this elixir of the night comes through like ice, impales my heart, and my brain moves like a dart across the sky, looking for a place to hide. Oh, but if I saw a day without her care, lost inside despair, the forests of green raid the devil too, as we're twisted in blue. And the TV reads a line as it talks back to you. Your mind breaks and the devil's wake comes through like an ache. And you see the seas of silver come with sheens of green. As you've won, the cards are played, the dice is rolled. There's nothing left to say in your soul. And you see the streets speeding around like cars. They pick up the engine, play the part of another story. Poems are the art, but you know you're cursed within, bleeding like the sin before. As you find the war come to a halt of gray, as the hay falls to the bottom of the sea in decay, and losing its way it finds a place to speak its mind in the pace of this world's race. But you go home, twisted on your throne, bent about by the winds that come and go, lost to and fro, and the devil hide down in the well. He doesn't care, he gives you swells of death that met the light that came before, and now you're wicked like the whore. And the rhymes come back and forth, tick-tack like lines, drop the dust from the sky so blind. So you see your mind haunt the devil's taunted whip as it hits you with a grip. Everything's lost in a zit as it pops, the pimple comes out. Lost in doubt, you can't find the rain without loving the pain within. And you seek the sin as the morning grins, the dew finds a way to come through. Hail in the pale as you rain too, and you see your mind try to tangle round the gold of the steps as they climb the rail, holding on to the hay that goes down in the pail of gray. Seize the moment to step over grief as devils come and queef. The night never shows the light, the gay come out in a parade of death comes around their brain as the wickedness is in vain. But you see your world as daggers fall and hurl like the night, the girl that came back so white, pale like the dwarves of another storyboard. In the lines that curse the day, everything's frayed in the dragon's hay, and he comes back so sad, looking at the wag of a tail a dog gave. Back to the light of a grin, a laugh in the corner of the room that's black, tied up in the knots of the past. You can see at last, your eyes are grace, and you find a pace to belong to as you race. The wind is like time, showing arrows that point through vines, and directions are lost, crossed by the boss. You talk back as you go through the cross of death. Lost what's met in the devil's eyes, he hides the lies that bind you in time as you climb green lines. I'm all out of breath, I say what's left. The spoken words of poetry have met the grief of ice as it slips down the stairs. Lost in the hair of a girl as she spawned a war that hurls, the nighttime unfurls in the debt of dragons that wept before and left the score. I can see the art blinds me as time comes through like crashing cars in the sea. Before you heed the call of devils that fall on the wagon, swagger past the trail, looking for hail that comes in the pail. But the night's grown so cold, I can see the bold like a story of old. Witches run through the rain, and it came like a cane in my brain. The acid trip of candy in the water that gripped the hand, and it comes back like a torture of the sand that scorched the stars across the bars of gold. Hold torn lines told, and I can see the love, it's not grief anymore. It comes back out of the war. I'm taught to learn how to score. As I play the game, the cards turn over die, and the Red Rover cries as it goes by the street crack, in disbelief that it hacked with the devil's haunt, a grace that's far beyond the stars that dawn the day of death. The devil wore his cleft foot in the rain as the pain came by his cane. He walked through the radish and the color of the day. Everything's frayed like purple rain falling on the moon again. But this time I'm crossed, there's no way to get through the lake. As the devil's fire burns up the cake, everything's twisted in the vein. As a fork impales the rain, taught that it cannot come, but it must have came before. Lost in a war, bought by the devil for sure.